Good afternoon, guys. Lexus Driver here. Welcome back to a new video. On this video, I'm going to be talking about this very interesting character named Death. This is a very interesting character in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Now, why I consider this character very interesting is because he looks very threatening. He looks very scary, but I don't think he's much as threatening as who's the true main antagonist. Now, the appearance of this character, Death, he looks very intimidating. Like he looks really scary. He looks like a character you don't want to mess with. Um, this character, Death, he's in promotional materials. He's called the Big Bad Wolf, but in this one, it's his true name is Death. So Death is portrayed as anybody who is feared in their life. In this one, Death is portrayed as a big bad wolf. You could say he looks like a wolf, but I like to think that he's either a wolf or a hellhound. Like half of me believes he's a wolf, half of me believes he's a hellhound. Like a hellhound. Like if you guys watch Helluva Boss, that's on YouTube. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll link it in the description below. But before I talk about what this character is all about, let me talk about his appearance. He is a wolf. He's either a wolf or a hellhound. Like I said, half of me believes he's a wolf. Half of me believes he's a hellhound. Like, whatever it is, it looks really creepy. So he's armed with a sickle, and the sickle, right here. This is a sickle. Um, he's armed with a sickle, and sickles are like what the Grim Reaper would hold when he's gonna um, like when someone's gonna face with death. Um, he has red eyes because in movies, like movies, TV shows, and books, characters who have red eyes are depicted as villains or the main antagonists. Like these villains who look very cold hearted and look really scary. Someone you don't want to mess with. Like um, I think I can like remember villains who have red eyes, like the villains in 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, which are films I am not gonna watch again. Like it's a single watch movie those are single watch movies for me. And the outfit he's wearing, it's black because black, I would say black, the color black would signify death. Every color we see in movies, TV shows, every color signifies the personality of the character. Death, or like happiness, jealousy, envy, etc. But this character, Death, he's wearing black because black signifies death. So yeah. Also on this one, you could if you guys see a sickle, if you guys see a sickle, uh, hang on. Let me get a good closer look. Wait. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. If you guys can see the etches on his sickle, you could see that there are eight X's, like crosses, eight symbols of eight cat symbols crossed out. That signifies Puss's eight lives, and and you guys can see there's only 8. There's not a ninth one because currently this is Puss's ninth life, and as you can state that, like, um, Death saw Puss in Boots die 8 times, and he's like really. It looks like he's gonna enjoy gonna taking Puss's ninth life, and yeah, so he looks really intimidating, really creepy. Um, yeah, and so you can see that Puss he's now in a fight or flight mode. So because now that Puss is in his ninth life, he looks really scared of death. Oh, wait. I think I he looks really scared of death. Like if you like when Puss sees death in this kind of manner, you could tell, like, he's scared of death. Like like the one thing there's I mean he's not Puss, he's not scared of anything, but the one thing that he should face is, like, facing death, facing his fear, and accepting the fact that, once he dies, he would have to face death. Um, he would have to face death with dignity. Like he had to face it like as if death is an old friend. Oh wait. Yes. So here, this is like you could tell that Puss looks scared. He's not only scared, but he's now in a fight or flight mode. Um, in fight or flight mode for Puss in Boots, he would normally fight, but when he's scared of death, the one thing he could pick if he wasn't scared was to fight, but since he's scared of death, he chose the flight mode, because when we get scared, we're in a fight or flight mode. Fight means, like, you want to fight this because you're scared for your life. Flight is like, running away, from the danger. Like there's really no way you can fight that guy. So you would have to you have to, your next option would be flight. So, like I said, Puss, in his fight or flight mode, he would always fight. But in this stage of in this part of Puss's ninth life, he is in fight or flight mode, but he has to pick flight because he has to fight. He has to get away from this villain as quickly as possible. Yeah. So you could tell right here, this Puss is now, like, on his Puss is going for Puss in his fight or flight mode. He chooses flight, which is running away. So that's basically, yeah. See, that's basically, like, his Puss's fight or flight mode in action. He chose his flight. He chose not to fight because he's on his ninth life and he's scared of death. And when Puss encounters death again, yeah, when Puss encounters death again, like, if wait, hang on. When Puss encounters death again, he looks much more like he's wanting to get Puss's ninth life, but Puss overcame his fear of death. Um, he overcame his fear of death, and instead, like, on his fight or flight mode, he chooses fight. So he fights death with dignity. Yeah, he chooses to fight death with dignity, and shows what Puss is capable of. Because throughout every Puss in Boots film, like Puss in Boots, like in the first film, Shrek 2, Shrek 3, and Shrek Forever After, we see how Puss is very capable of. Like Puss, he is someone who can fight off the bad guys, and also shows that he means business. And when, like I said, when he first met Death, when he first met Death, he is scared, and his fight or flight mode, he chooses flight. But when he sees Death, he is also in fight or flight mode, but he chooses fight, because every fight or flight mode Puss goes for, he always chooses fight. But on one occasion, when he faces Death the first time, his fight or flight mode, he chooses flight. So you can see that that Puss is not scared of death anymore, and that he in his fight or flight mode, he chooses fight, and to show that he's not scared of death. And you can tell, and as you can see, like, Death, from his body language, you could see that Puss is a character he shouldn't be messing with. But he reassures to Puss that they will meet again soon, or they will meet again one day, because now that Puss in Boots is in his ninth life, if Puss dies, Puss will have to accept the fact that he has to face death with dignity. So this is one of the reasons why I believe this is one of the reasons why I have him as number 2 on my list, because he's not as threatening as the main antagonist, because he doesn't have bigger plans for like in the story. Yeah, all he does is just wanting to get Puss's ninth and final life. So this is why, like I said, this is why I consider Death number 2 on my list. So he walks away, like, he just basically gives up that Puss will have to. So he basically gave up and let Puss get on with his ninth life in peace, like. Enjoy his ninth life while it lasts. Yeah, see, he reassures that they will meet again one day. So it shows that Puss will face death with dignity. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this character. Very interesting character. I know Goldilocks and the Three Bears are also interested, but I find Death, he's a much more interesting character. Even though he's number 2 on my list, he's a very interesting character. So anyway, guys, that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.